Yeah, he's going to be judged right on wins and losses and how he fares on draft nights during his tenure as general manager. He'd like to go 9 for 9.
Well, and the funny thing is we're putting so much emphasis on the first round tonight. Prime time, of course, here on Channel 7. We'll all be watching. But Bob Quinn did say something interesting just there. It is more about everyone else on the roster. It is about every single round in this draft and finding the diamonds in the rough. And really, that's where he's been able to have a lot of success. You go back to his first draft, Graham Glasgow, third-round pick, a guy who has missed one snap in his entire career with the Detroit Lions. That's a big piece that you have. Terrell Crosby going to be challenging for a starting spot on the interior of that line. Deshaun Hand, Tracy Walker stepping into a bigger deal. Kerryon Johnson, Kenny Golladay. You got to identify guys, not just in the first round, but the second, the third, and of course beyond.
And we know history, and if you look before Quinn's tenure here and some of those drafts, I mean, you were lucky if you had one guy who stuck for more than a season, right? And that's why you struggle in the NFL. These draft picks have to become players, contributors on your roster, and the sooner the better.
It's interesting, too. We were just talking a couple of seconds ago, and you said, you know, I know it would be boring, but if they went offensive line, you know, that might not be the worst thing in the world. And I agree with that, and we've seen that before. Yeah. Taylor Decker, of course, in the first round, his first draft. But it's also been about identifying playmakers. And Bob Quinn was very open about getting guys that can be impact players. And that maybe speaks to them not going with the boring pick, but going with an edge rusher, going with a Brian, Burns of Florida State, going with somebody a little bit different.
Yeah, you do need playmakers in this game. Individuals who can, make things happen, that can change the fortunes of a game that looks maybe lost. They make something happen, and something bad turns positive for you.
By the way, what do you think they got food spread-wise in that war room? It's got to be pretty good, right, now in Park?
At the fan party, that looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did, actually, yeah.